name is Sanelisiwe Dlamini, or Sane, and I curated Uzwano Unity through hip hop, which is what I will be sharing about today. So, just sharing screen. Thumbs up if you can see it, that it has begun. Okay, great. So let me then start the PowerPoint. Okay, so Uzwano Unity through hip hop. So why Uzwano? This is just a bit of background about me and why I was inspired to do this project. And the reason was because I could relate to a lot of the issues that the teenagers were facing. This is the township where I grew up, called Lamanville. It's a very, very tiny township in KZN in South Africa. And when I was growing up in Lamanville, it was a very desperate place. There was a lot of drug abuse, a lot of crime, a lot of violence, and very little hope. But luckily, I come from a family where arts is hope. And so my grandfather, even though he grew up during apartheid, where the Black man was really robbed of a lot of his dignity and ability to self-actualize, he started a Statamia band, which was a little band for the men to gather together and to encourage themselves and sing. And my mom started a group of women that were really invested in developing the youth through the arts, through community plays and various projects. So all of this, in my reality, was done without funding or any external support, but just the pure desire to uplift the community. And that was part of what I experienced at Lamanville also. And so when I went to Joburg and I did my drama therapy internship at Lefika Lapodiso, which is an NGO there, I noticed that it was at a time where the xenophobic violence was very egregious in South Africa. And a lot of the teenagers from there, many of whom are foreign nationals, were really in despair and feeling unsafe and having suicidal ideations, some of them. And it was a very hopeless time for them. But I also noticed that even though they were traumatized, their faces sort of came alive when they listened to hip hop music, and it was something they really seemed to enjoy. And that's how Uzwano Unity through hip hop is born. Uzwano is a Zulu word for togetherness. And really the question in my mind was, how can I help these teenagers, even though they're in the situation, to see the humanity within each other? Because within the organization, it was a great mix of teenagers. And I really wanted them to be able to regain that sense of dignity and to be able to see the human being in each other. And music was a great vehicle to do that, along with some drama therapy techniques as well. And so we began it in partnership with Lefika Lapodiso and Windybrow Arts Center. It was made up of 50 teenagers from both organizations. And with my colleagues, Lebohang Mohatle and Sias Kosana, we ran sessions that included drama therapy and hip hop to really allow for a safe space for emotional release, for exploring their artistic abilities, for having a voice into something they really enjoyed and to be amongst their peers in a contained way. And so that was done, and an opportunity opened up for us to go to the Cornhill Human Rights Festival. And there we got to showcase some of the performances. The teenagers got to be with some professional artists as well, and they seemed to really enjoy it. This is just one testimonial that I'm gonna read from a 16-year-old participant that says, Uzwano has helped me find out what my passion is. It helps me escape the negativity of my life. I'm very honored to be in these sessions. I love how everyone is understanding and caring. And as much as I prefer being alone, in these sessions, I get to learn how to socialize and get along with others, and it has helped me gain confidence. So testimonials like that made me really happy, because that's what the intervention was designed to do. And so we have, that's a whole collage of the day, how it went, the different performances. It was very exciting for the teenagers. And this is the place where they live, Hillbrow in Johannesburg. And we have another success story for one of the boys who's in these pictures. His name is Patrick. Patrick grew up in the rural areas, and a lot of children are still, and teenagers are needing to cross rivers by foot to get to school. It can be a very harsh environment to grow up in, but he was able to find and develop his musical abilities and gain his confidence through Uzwano, and he then later on auditioned to be in a production that toured Europe. It was his first time on a plane, it was his first time overseas, and he really enjoyed it. So that really warms my heart, that the boy who used to cross rivers is now crossing continents through the power of the arts. And I hope what everyone took away from this is the amazing power of the arts to inspire hope. Thank you.